Olivia and Luca's conversation was so awkward. I don't know if they're both in denial or both kidding each other on. Love Island All Stars, Tuesday the 21st of January. And is it just me or is this season so boring? For the past 2 or 3 episodes, I've actually struggled to pay attention to what's going on. I've seen some clips on TikTok today, and it's things that they normally put in the unseen bits. And I've said this before, but I wish that they would just incorporate those bits into the show and then just have a normal show on a Saturday. I don't understand why the whole main show just has to be about chats and boring shit. But anyway, in tonight's show, I felt as if they went on about Ron and Elma too much. Like, IOK came in as a bombshell and he should be taking girls for chats that he likes, but he took Elma for a chat just to say, oh, like, you're acting wifeyed up, and like to give her a lecture as if he's the fucking be-all and end-all of Love Island. Ronnie had already took him for a chat, and then later Elma spoke to him about it and she was going off her head, and I thought, if you had a problem, why didn't you say something at the time? It was just fucking boring. So Luca seems to be interested in Grace, but he's saying to Grace, oh, there's nobody else in the house that I really want to get to know or whatever, but then he's away talking to Olivia, and they two are doing whatever it is that you call that they're doing. Casey was annoyed at Gabby because when they were playing the game, she gave Curtis the most passionate, and she said she didn't want to come across as like too much too soon, which was fair enough, but let's be honest. Do you think that Casey is going to make it all the way to the end with Gabby? With one person? I'd be shocked. Catherine appeared in an episode for more than 10 seconds, and she was saying to Elma that she feels like Naz isn't really putting the effort in, and she knows he's a slow burner, but he doesn't really sit and hold her hand, he doesn't do the things that she wants him to do. And our feelings are valid, right? Because this is only the start, so if you like somebody, even if you're a slow burner, you should at least be showing them some sort of affection. But I feel as if she should be taking him for a talk and telling him how she feels, because he's not a mind reader. Ekin-Su and Curtis had their first date outside the villa, and I really didn't know what to make of this because the date was fine, but I've said this since the start, when Ekin-Su sits and speaks to somebody, it's like an interview. It's not just like a natural conversation. And in the date tonight, and she was talking about, oh, I really want to meet your friends and stuff like that, she wasn't just sitting having a normal chat. Like, every time she speaks, it's like so intense, you know? You're like, fuck man, chill out. Meanwhile, Curtis is just fucking goofy and chilled as fuck. I don't even know what to make of these two. To be honest, I do think they like each other, but it's just Ekin-Su's falseness that gets to me. Now that India's gone, Scott is free to get to know Tina, and you might have thought, oh, he's just going to jump straight into kissing her or whatever, but he felt as if he wanted to be respectful. And to be honest, I think that if he'd have just kissed her in bed that night, India would have watched it at home and thought he is a fucking dick. So I think he did the right thing. He didn't just want to jump straight from one girl to another. And IOK, it's like literally the next day, but in there, time passes differently. So Scott and Tina were having a chat, and they had their first kiss, and he said, oh, that was worth the 9-year wait. And I thought, that's actually kind of cute. It was time for a recoupling. Ron picked Kaz and Grace picked Luca. I don't really think there was any surprises there. To be honest, I didn't really know who Ron was going to pick, but I think that Kaz might have just been the easiest choice. One problem that I'm having with this season is that sometimes when somebody's already been on a reality show and they come back, they're like, oh, I know what I'm doing, like I won't make the same mistakes as last time, and they think that they're like the masters of that show, and it actually just makes them look really bad. There's been a few times where I've watched Big Brother and they've brought in half new housemates and half old housemates, and when the old housemates come in, they've got this like thing about them where like, oh, we know what we're doing and these are just newbies and we're the OGs and they're going to come to us for advice. And it's like, well, no, if you didn't win Big Brother, then no cunt's coming to you for advice. These are all clueless, and that's what's happening here. Apart from the fact that Ekin-Su has actually won, and she's really coming across as if like, oh, everybody can come and speak to me because I know what I'm talking about. And I know I talk about Ekin-Su as if I can't stand her, but I actually like it, it's just the fucking fakeness of it. This is exactly what Ron is doing. He's came in and he spoke to Elma and he's telling her what she should be doing, how she should be acting, who she should be speaking to. Like, who the fuck is he? Why would anybody want to listen to that? And then when he was talking to Ronnie, two people that I cannot fucking stand, and Ronnie's like, oh, we're both geezers, I was just like, fucking switch off, not interested. Another reason that I think I didn't really enjoy this episode is because somebody messaged me earlier and said Harriet's going back in. I really hope that isn't true, because again, not even one redeeming quality, not even one. There's plenty of people in that house who I don't really like that much, but I really couldn't stand her, and having her and Ronnie back again in the same house after them being in there last year is just too much. Let me know in the comments what you thought of tonight's episode. Like, am I just in like a weird mood because I've heard that Harriet's coming back and I'm just like not interested, or was it really just that shit? Let me know in the comments and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye!